C, G, B, C, D, B, C, D, B, C, D, no, D. Oh dear. Hello. That wasn't very good acting, was it? It wasn't very good playing either. What I was doing, I was pretending to be a student who had learnt just by naming each note and transferring it from what he thinks is the music, basically, to the keyboard. C, that's a D, but going the wrong way. Because he's so concerned with the names of the notes that he's forgot the actual pattern that the melody takes. So instead of following the shapes and the pattern of the music, the flow of the music, he's actually doing it, let's say, like a machine. There's a C, that's a D, and he's going the wrong way. Now, I've met a lot of people who, they're really slow at reading music, even those that have been playing for a few years, because when they opened their first book, all it was doing was throwing the names of the notes. It was an obsession. You must learn that this is an A, there's a B, that's an F-A-C-E. Throwing the names of the notes at them, and it slows them down. Now, when I used to teach, what I used to do, I used to explain to a pupil that all music is a map. And it's a map of 5 lines drawn like a graph through every other note, alternate notes. It is E, G, B, D, F if you want to know the names, but I didn't teach the names. First off, I would teach them just the shapes, the patterns, and the names would come naturally. I would put 5 stickers on the 5 notes E, G, B, D, F. But I wouldn't make a big thing about telling the pupil that that was the names of the notes. I would then take a piece of music and I would turn it just for a couple of minutes, not forever, but just for 2 minutes to explain the map. I would turn it on its side and I'd say, right, the first note is on the very first line, so we play the first line. Now it's on the space in between. I tell you what, I've got some bigger music. I'll put it down and you can see how the music lines continue on to the big lines on the piano. Yes, so just to show you what I mean, here's the first bar, very large, of Frère Jacques. Let's turn it 90 degrees clockwise, line it up with the 5 lines on the piano, every good boy deserves football, there we go. And now you can see how the lines of the music relate to the keyboard itself. We're on the second line in, not the first one. We missed the first one. We start there. Now we're on the space. Middle line. Second line in. And it repeats. Follow the pattern. Missed it. Space, line, to a line. We miss the space and jump to the next line. Jump. So you see, when the pupil turns the music back the right way, they realise that when the music goes up in the air, it's going to the right. And when it goes down one, especially a line to a line, you hop over a space and play the next line. So all that corresponds to the music. It's just a map, like a footpath. And then we come to the little running bit, to the fast notes. Let's turn it on its side and see how that relates. There's the music. We start on the second line from the top. Space to the right, left a bit. Now we follow it down, space, middle line, bottom line, no, not the bottom line, the one next to it. Try again. Line, space, the middle line, nearly the bottom line, it's G. And that's where you could remind the pupil that G is the second line. So if we need the name of a note, we have G. Stay on that G, that second line in, look for the last bar. And now look, oh, we go right outside the tracks, outside the 5 lines, to the left of the 5 lines, and then back to that G. Having Having shown the pupil where north is on our map, we can turn the music back the proper way, and we can begin to get them to read when the music goes up in the air, it goes to the right. So we start on that line, don't bother with the names, just follow the pattern. Goes up a bit, to the right again, onto the middle line, follow the shape, space, line, to a line. So line to a line, you hop down one, and then back again. Now it's the top, we know which way it goes, we follow the shape. Goes up, to the right. Now the little running notes. Line, to a line, the line, and then it goes off the tracks, and back again. And there we go. That's the basic patterns for music. It's just 5 lines drawn vertically through every other note. Now, what we're going to be doing next time, I'm going to be talking a little bit about sharps and flats. So let's have a look. Pull that up here. It should be magic. There we go. We've got sharps and we've got flats. There's a couple of sharps there. And it's total bollocks. Right.